Nat.
I'm Laila.
I'm Atticus.
And we are making a film for Cipher about intimacy.
One of the places where students are most intimate on campus are in the residence halls, where freshman year people are randomly paired with people that they most likely haven't met before.
So we're going to step inside and talk to Zak Kroger, and then we're going to talk to people in res life and students from all over campus and figure out what's up.
Things are about to get real intimate. Hey, Zach.
Hi, Zach.
All right, you guys. It is an honor and a pleasure for you, obviously.
How have you been?
Living the dream in Lewis, as usual.
I'm jealous.
You should be. So what's going on?
About freshman year. At this point, Laila and I would have been 2 weeks into Ren Cult.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the best time when you were meeting all your new roommates and stuff. I remember when Brooks, and Bryce all lived in that one triple in Slocum.
Yeah, my roommates were weird. I was in a triple with one totally random girl from the middle of Illinois and my best friend from high school. Totally random.
Yeah, Zach, does res life just like getting sassy with those pairings, or how does that process work?
Oh my gosh, it's a little bit of a miracle. So many random little things like that happen, or people getting paired together of like have the same names or something. And so Sarah probably mentioned it's like, does Kathy just like get bored and like, haha, this will be funny to me? But no, it's just Kathy was like, I have no time for that. Like, no way. So it's just like you have enough people, enough names, enough random things kind of happen, and eventually there's going to be funny little patterns that emerge.
How does that work?
It's a big conspiracy.
Often asked, do you kind of sit in your office and chuckle and place students with all the same random names together, or how did that happen? How did these three get the same name and they all live, in the same room or things? She doesn't. It genuinely is random.
There have been two girls named Frida that have gone to the school. One was a freshman 2 years ago and then moved out. Then last year there was another freshman girl named Frida who lived in the same room. And it's like, what? Like, what are the odds of that?
The incoming room assignment process is done based upon a housing application that all the students fill out. And so in that housing application, incoming first year students will fill out a select few amount of questions. We don't ask a ton of questions, but we try to ask questions that we know are highly impactful to students. So things around what social time might look like in their residence halls, what are their sleep patterns, what are their study patterns, those kinds of things. And then we take that information and we place students into rooms based on that.
It's basically magic.
There are some institutions that actually even have matchmaking kind of databases where students can go in and do profiles and get to meet each other, almost like dating sites are. We don't expect roommates to be best friends, but we do want them to be able to live together and function together. I think our students are really excited about trying to live with somebody who's different than them and to navigate that and learn about themselves in the context of others, which is pretty cool to be a part of.
So that's basically how it works, and then when the year starts, that's when the real fun begins.
I'm Mike Beitner. I'm from Boulder, Colorado.
And I'm Aaron Blinderman, and I'm from Connecticut. It was mostly just like, do you have an Xbox?
What are we bringing?
We talked about decorations.
We met at Bonnaroo. I mean, I have faith in someone that likes the Avery Brothers as much as I do.
It's not super common that people are naming roommates as incoming first year students.
I didn't want to, find a roommate that I knew beforehand or try to set something up. I really just wanted to go in and get matched with a roommate and deal with that, because I think that's a perfect way to meet someone new.
So we had to fill out this agreement.
So the roommate contracts are just a form that each room gets, and we ask the students to go through usually like the first week or so.
Like RA handed it out to everybody at a meeting and then was like, you can get it to us in the next couple days.
When is it okay to have music on? When's it okay to have friends over? What time is bedtime? How will we communicate these to each other? Is it okay for boyfriends or girlfriends to spend the night?
We kind of just been winging it.
We haven't even read this.
At the beginning, everybody's just best friends, we love each other. Yeah, you can do whatever, it's not a big deal, blah, blah, blah.
We just sat down, like, plowed through it, and we're like, we're gonna be the best roommates.
We'll do it later.
And it's just basically the don't be a dick rule.
Coming into college, I definitely wanted to be living in Slocum, because it definitely is the nicest dorm.
Seriously, a hotel for college rooms. Matthias is a shit show.
Matthias is
just out of the way.
fun though. Like Matthias just feels indestructible, and you can just be indestructible in it.
Broken glass, random piles of rocks on the floor,
There's not ever been a riot in Matthias.
shower nozzles being torn off, weird blood and hair in the bathroom, a lot of vomit, a lot of puke.
We had a fairly large incident that was around a fire alarm being pulled and lots of students evacuating and things like that that did create a lot of drama around Matthias.
The architect decided, oh, I don't really want these college kids rioting in the dorm hallways. Matthias is very much, I call it prison architecture. I call it riot-proof hallways.
The building was designed by a man who designed prisons. You can't run more than like 10 feet or something.
The rumor I often hear about Matthias and riots is people saying that it was built by somebody who builds prisons that are riot-proof.
It's not conducive to community because the way the hallways work.
As far as the bathrooms in the middle of the halls in Matthias, I'm sure it was a conscious decision by the architects that originally built Matthias back in the day. I would say it's something that we dislike the most about the building. The students sometimes latch on to some of the stories and rumors that they're hearing.
When there are conflicts with students, roommate-wise, usually the first thing they do is probably talk to their RA. And if it's something that the RA can't kind of help resolve immediately, then they'll come to me if it's like a little more serious.
I'm 18, you're 18. We should be able to work out issues with the people we're living with.
Like, if I'm being a dick or I'm pissing you off, just tell me. Like,
Yeah, it's key.
But like I know people who are either super close to their roommate, they don't really get out except with their roommate, or they don't do anything with their roommate, they don't see them. I think we got like a really good balance.
Like, if Chris says he needs the room, like, to study, to have sex, to like, I don't know, to just chill out, like, part of it is just verbalizing that, and I can just leave. It's pretty straightforward.
So as I mean, there's always a handful of students who don't get along with their roommate for whatever reason, or they just find that they have different lifestyles that aren't compatible. But I feel like every one of those, there's like 5 groups of people at least that just are like so tight and like just have a great time, and it's amazing how often it works. It's just, it's like heartwarming.
We lived in a forced triple in Matthias. And then now we're all back together again in our own rooms.
I hope if you guys live together again, I'll buy you a pizza.
Yeah, probably.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Could be decent.
Next 4 years, don't get ahead of yourself.
You never
man.
know.
Like, my brother has been roommates with his best friend for 2 years now, and he's moving out tomorrow, and he hates this guy.
Yeah,
Can't
you
stand
can ruin
it.
friendships by rooming too long. I went to boarding school, it happens.
Just because I thought it'd be fun if we all could get in on a round of Mamma Mia. This does not mean that I can't play other decent music.
I hate Mamma
I
Mia
have a certain-
with a passion.
Yeah, and I don't have to play that. I can play other things.
Would you guys still be friends if you weren't roommates? And I was gonna say no, because I feel like I never would have met either of you.
Yeah, I don't
wouldn't
think we
know you
would have
that
met.
So, they'll live together their freshman year just randomly, and then say, hey, this is great, let's live together next year, because they already kind of know each other's little quirks and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's genetic.
I had a chance to leave at one point, and I didn't. And it's like if I was with 2 really annoying girls, I definitely would have like bounced.
But I feel like also, I don't know, there's something about this whole roommate experience though that made me realize, like, I don't know, we're just such random strangers coming into freshman year, and the fact that we, 3 years later, can be such close friends and so excited to choose to live together. I don't know, it says something about your ability to befriend people completely random and different from yourself.
The one thing that's nice with CC is everybody's pretty relaxed and laid back and chill for the most part.
Bro, the mountains are like, bro, the people.
Hold on a sec. Hello, this is Zach. What? How did they even get it up there? Alright, well, what if it charges at me? Okay, well, I'll go deal with it, thanks. Well, I thought I had seen it all. So, you guys, until next time.